Hello, welcome to yet another cube draft. Last one didn't go that great or that well. Blightsteel Colossus is actually a pretty good card. It does finish fast. It fits in the O team, sneak attack team. It's a tinker target. It definitely has a lot of upsides. It's viable for channel. The problem, of course, a reanimator, right? Nope, doesn't work with reanimator. What else would there be in this pack though? Like Imperial Recruiter, go for the Kikijiki combo. That's also a possibility, but I think Blightsteel Colossus just had a little bit more upside. Like, it's not often that I get the Imperial Recruiter combo, or at least the Kikijiki combo, and I can run that without having Imperial Recruiter. Maybe Pented Prism is a better card. Nah, I'm gonna go for the Blightsteel Colossus. And then of course we get Tezzeret again. You know, I love this card so much, right? You have seen me play with it so often. I'm gonna pick it again. I think it really is a good card. It fits in this format. It's definitely better than any of these other cards. Wheel of Fortune would be fine, but Tezzeret, you know, I'm just too big of a fan. Like, most of my drafts these days end up with Tezzeret being in my hands. Just look at it. And when it was in standard, when it was standard legal, I actually tried playing this card as well. It just didn't work out. The format was a bit too fast with vampires being around. I mean, you had Ratchet Bombs, but they were just too slow, and then they had a bunch of card advantage. It just wasn't doable. We tried, and I tried really hard. Just wasn't possible. Despite Everflowing Chalice actually being in the format, then I think it was. There was some acceleration in that allowed you to play the turn 3. Then there's Kozilek. Kozilek, first of all, isn't an artifact, but it is a creature. There's also Jace and Compulsive Research. But I want to go for Kozilek, see where this brings me. If I can pick up like Sneak Attack, it's really good. If I can pick up Channel, it's really good. Show and Tell, Eureka, Ode, any of those cards to put these into play. This obviously isn't the better one. The other one is Destroy Something, but it's still a really good one. Maybe the Jace is better. Nah, let's go for the Kozilek. Let's go Artifacts, and then we get a Sneak Attack. There's also a Splinter Twin, so that would have come, but I mean, I can't pass up a Sneak Attack right now after I pick these two. So Sneak Attack it is. If this wheels, I'd be very surprised. And here comes Sneaky Sneak. So what do I need now? Fix and a bunch of artifacts and some creature tutoring, I guess. Still out of druids. Wow. But I mean, picking up Sneak Attack here means I'm probably gonna go green. Hopefully get Oath at one point. And then just win on that. Like, Oath is a really good card. Last time we did this, we went 3 colors as well. I think we went Living Dead then, but here I think Tamio is just better. Like, the problem is that these reshuffle, or maybe Gruul Signet. Is a Gruul Signet better than Tamio? That's basically the question. Or Blood Crypt. Now the Signet, although it isn't really a fix unless I fix the red side. It is an artifact, that is acceleration. I think it's a bit better than this. I think I'm just gonna splash blue most likely if I play Tezzeret. And then I'll splash something like Jaunt Catacombs. Maybe Taiga is a bit better. But then we'd be going green as well, and we don't actually have a green card at this point. I think Jaunt Catacombs is a bit better. So pick fix early on, ladies and gentlemen. Still need like more creatures. We definitely want more and more and more. We're very greedy on this part. And we actually need a second way to bring in these creatures. Like, just having a single one is never enough. It's very unlikely I'll be hard casting these easily, so that's not gonna happen. And you know, we might not play the Tezzeret, but then at least we'll have some kind of fix already. Like maybe the Taiga was better, but given that I already have the Tezzeret, I consider Tezzeret to be the correct pick there. Drowned Catacombs to be the correct pick there. So what do I want? Oath of the Roots, 100%. Emrakul, um, Greater Gargadon. Like I'm a big fan of Greater Gargadon in this kind of decks. Sneak attack makes him sacrifice, so these gets reshuffled and stay reshuffled. The thing is, Blightsteel Colossus is just a one-turn kill. There's Abyss, which is pretty good, but there's also Everflowing Chalice and Bonfire. I think I have to go for the Chalice though. It is acceleration, it is an artifact, it works with Tezzeret. And accelerates me into these. If I ever want to hardcast them. Yeah, it has to be Chalice. That actually works because these are triggers that go in the stack, so you can't put them back. Caracas works with this because it's legendary. But I think Searing Spears is better because it's removal. No Rot is obviously fine, but I mean it stops my own things. And there was actually a discussion on one of my videos. Oh, Painted Prism. Actually didn't click it, but I am gonna pick it here. It definitely is the better card. Yeah. I mean it fixes my mana. I guess Wheel of Fortune, although I'm not really a big fan of it. It does, you know, redraw 7 cards. There's also Disfigure. Nah, Wheel of Fortune is probably the better upside. There was discussion about Norrod, how good it actually is. And I consider it to be a really good card. Burst Lightning, I guess. But the problem is that so if you have Norrod, you just shut down everything of your opponent's mana acceleration, right? So Norrod in that case is really good because you basically generate card advantage and pretty big card advantage. The downside on the other hand is that if you do not get it into play, your opponent has a bunch of mana acceleration and just is ahead on mana curve, and you won't be playing mana acceleration because you're like, no, it's a number with Nora, don't want to play it together in the same deck, blah blah blah. And then you're behind, right? So the upside is you put your opponent behind, but I mean you just shut down some of his mana, he might still be winning that game pretty easily. Because you spend a card on shutting down cards of him, so you're playing reactive. But if you don't have it, then you just lose because you're behind on mana and you don't actually own mana acceleration in your deck. Tombsucker, I guess, but probably won't play that card. Same with Living Dead. I'm not actually sure if I'll play that, given that Sword by convert mana cost, please. Thank you. I probably won't be playing Living Dead just because of the mana cost. Another pretty shitty pack, to be honest. There's Thirst for Knowledge. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? Like none of the lands are good for me. Incinerate is terrible. Thirst for Knowledge is probably the better card here. Oh, Inferno Titan. What the hell am I talking about? Might as well pick up a creature that's in my main color. How come I didn't see this at first? I think it's definitely better than anything else here. There's Watery Grave. There's Forest Springs. There's Ultimate Prisma. I think I have to go for the fix here. Like if one of the fetch wheels and Watery Grave is viable or a bit more viable, I don't think I would like Stormbed Dragon that much. Search and Tremor were not green at this point. Yeah, Watery Grave just seems better. There's a Signet, which probably has to be the pick. It fixes my black for this. There's also Bloodstained Mire. Like that's more fixed, right? Yeah, maybe Bloodstained Mire is a pick here over this Signet. Although, nah, the Signet seems better, right? It accelerates, but it also fixes mana for black. Yeah, Signet probably is better than the Fetch, just because it does fix a mana. If what I want to wheel, like Impulse, okay, maybe Shadow Mage, okay, Una's okay, but nothing really that great that I want to wheel. And then you get this back. We can play Dragon's Skull Summit and probably will. We can play Nicobolas. We can play Chandra. I'm gonna go for the Chandra. I think it's a better Planeswalker here. Um, would still like the Dragon Skull Summit, but I think I have to like have decent cards as well. I still need a decent amount of creatures. Like just these two is not gonna be sufficient. Like Tezzeret is there, yeah, sure, but Flametongue Cowboy is a good creature. Domination is fine. Jace is obviously an okay card. There's also Relic. I think Flametongue Cowboy is a bit better though. Yes, it's permanent creature based, but we're red based anyway, so might as well do this. At this point we have 3-4 fix for our Tezzeret, which is a single card, and we only own 5 artifacts. So it's not that great yet. Then there's this dragon now. I guess I'll have to go for this dragon. Yeah. Maybe we just go aggro, like red somewhat aggro. No sneak attack. Nah. I think we're too late for that. We already passed up like Incinerate and the other dragon and blah blah blah, the other planeswalker. Celis Conscript is okay, Wildfire is okay. Maybe it's Wildfire over the Conscript. Like this is more in aggro deck, this is more in control deck. And if I get more fetch lands or more mana acceleration, and Wildfire is really good. Let's go for the Wildfire. Sundering Titan by far, although Ragda Signet. Yeah, I'd rather have a Signet here. Like more fix for Tezzeret. Sundering Titan is obviously a really good card, and I wouldn't have minded having it. But I think having the Signet is just a bit better. Get more artifacts. We now own 5, 6 basically, but and then there's Catacombs, which does not fix completely yet. But I mean, it does get Watery Grave. There's also Incinerate though. It's Incinerate versus Catacombs. I'll go for the Incinerate. Like it leaves us open to maybe going red aggro. Although that seems very, very unlikely. Hippie versus Xenagos. I think Xenagos has a better upside. Like if I go red aggro, wants cards like Lightning Mauler and so on and so on, and then Xenagos is an okay card. Although it still seems very unlikely I'll be playing these. Is Xenagos better than Tezzeret? X is the number of creatures you control. So I basically then gain like little mana to pump these out. So it is somewhat acceleration plus a creature generation. Let's put Lightning Mauler to the side for now. Llanowar Waste, huh? Yeah, okay, let's pick up this one. Again, just pick up cards just in case I want to go mono red. Regrowth. Skorak is okay. We don't really have fetch, but like putting cards back and then using Tezzeret is actually fine. Sneak attack, huh? We get a Time Vault. Underground Sea, Grim Monolith. I'm still a big fan of Time Vault. If we can get Voltaiki, plus it's an artifact, still want it. Like, I want to try this out. It just hasn't been working that great. If I would go for the red side, I would go Sulfuric Vortex. I think, given that there's red, I would go Underground Sea. Or Monolith would also be really good. But if I can get Voltaiki or the other Tezzeret here, then definitely Time Vault. Maybe I'm just too hung up on this card. Maybe Grim Monolith to cast these is just way better. Grim Monolith, then we have 6 mana, cast Inferno Titan. Plus this is also pretty good. Nah, it isn't that great with this Tezzeret, so... There's the other Tezzeret, definitely slamming here. There's also Emrakul here, but I mean, we just get this combo passed to us. Might as well play it then, right? Yeah, okay. And then there's Strand Dynamo, Basalt Monoliths, Magma Jets. I think Dynamo is a bit better than the Monolith here, just because this doesn't untap on its own. Dynamo does. Mirabellus here is a pretty good one to bring in with Sneak Attack. I think it's better than any of the others, plus it's an artifact. Again, artifacts rule. Yeah, I think we'll just be playing red-blue with then splashing black. So we definitely want Sulfur Falls here. No way that Shackles is gonna be good for us. Sulfur Falls seems to be the correct card. And we have one card too many at this point, but I mean we can cut like a Wildfire, or we'll see. Maybe Wheel of Fortune. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 artifacts now. So yeah, this card is pretty good, and this card is just bonkers. Now this is only bonkers with the Time Vault, but I mean, it does accelerate some mana as well, especially with the Trend Dynamo now, or Chalice can eventually become bigger as well. We should have points where we can hardcast these. And I think picking up this Tezzeret after committing for the Time Vault over Emrakul has to be correct, right? It's very unlikely Emrakul wheels, because a lot of people are this kind of decks, or are trying to, like Oath never came, so they probably have those kind of cards. But yeah, I think red's playing blue just because this is double, and then splash and black is affordable. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fix for that, just for a single card at this point. Don't think I want any of these in for now. I'm a big fan of Figure, but given that I am blue, do I want like Consecrated Sphinx? Maybe. It does survive Wildfire, and it is a really good creature to have. It's definitely better than this one. Maybe Preordain, but I think Sphinx is really good. Siege Gang Commander or second Wildfire. Siege Gang Commander versus a second Wildfire. I think a second Wildfire is more entertaining. As I said, maybe we won't play him, but having both of them seems pretty good. We do have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 acceleration. Has to be Shivering Reef, more strong fix for the blue side. If we play this with like 3 islands, we should already have sufficient, like 7 mana sources then. 26, so 3 cards need to go. I think it has to be Wheel of Fortune and these 2 Wildfires. I don't think a Wheel is that great in my deck. Like, it's way better if I went the aggro route. But for now it isn't. And then the 2 Wildfires, like, they do have value. Like, maybe I want 1 in. But then what would be the other card that I cut? Burst Lightning? Scroll Rack? Here's Young Pyromancer. How much use does it have? Not that much. Opposition doesn't really seem that great here. Yeah, I think Young Pyromancer is definitely an okay card. There's a cut still in here, really. And let's pick up the cut. Like, a cut is a really strong card. It doesn't really protect itself. That's a downer. But it is still pretty strong. Molten Tail, maybe the Core House, although I won't play it. Yo, do I even want Sneak Attack here? I think I still do. But it seems like a dead card, right? It doesn't seem that I'll be playing that many big creatures that I want to Sneak Attack in. Emrakul didn't wheel, I think that was the second pack, so yeah, it didn't wheel. There's Needle versus Fire Blast and Hellrider. I'm not a big fan of Needle, to be honest. But I'm not a big fan of these either. So let's pick up a Needle and put it inside. It does have value with Deseret. 1, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, definitely picking up that one. And playing it even. Spike Shot, not so much. Jared's Verdict, not so much. So yeah, Shrine is actually an okay card. You just have to draw it early on. Else it is a bit weaker. Nah, it's still fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 25 cards, 2 need to go. This is a 2-drop. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 acceleration at 2, and then this at 4. So 2 cards, huh? So Scroll can go, Shrine can maybe go, but then we weaken our own Tezzeret. We can cut that Tezzeret, but I don't really want to. We can cut Sneak Attack, but still I don't really want to. Like, just bringing this in and smashing can win games on its own. What else would I want to... Nah, I don't really want to bring anything else in. I just want to cut cards. What am I talking about? Burst Lightning is probably better than like one of these two. Like maybe I just got like a Searing Spear and bring it in against some more regular decks. And the same with Shrine. I think those are the weaker cards against normal decks. Like Shrine, sure, it provides a clock, but it's not that fast. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I still have 10 artifacts here. Do I want in Wildfire? Maybe just one of them. Do have plenty of artifacts, mana. Now again, we can bring them in against aggro decks or creature decks. I think I want like 3 islands, 4 islands. Is this suggesting 4 islands? Do not want that. Do want that. Then we have 9, 11 red. And not a lot costs double. Nah, I think this is a bit too much. Like, this seems better. I'll submit and I'll see you guys round 1.